Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. $4 on the dot today. It is 4 a.m. Monday morning and I am breaking in my boots going for a walk. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. Somebody actually asked me what my goals were the other day and I was like, it's funny because my goals have changed in the last, I would say, month since I decided that I'm going to go and do the Dakota track with my dad, which means I'm going to be doing a lot more walking. I'm going to be breaking in my boots, going to be training a little bit differently to what I usually am. I'm not going to stop the weight training, but it's just obviously more longer walks. And so that's what I thought this morning. This is going to be a perfect opportunity for me to start training myself, doing longer walks, being able to talk to you and do this podcast while I do it, and gives me a little bit extra morning cardio. So every morning, probably not every morning, most mornings when I'm doing the gym, when I've got weights workout, my morning quote-unquote cardio is going to be walking on an incline or walking outside up and down hills, just moving my legs, moving my body, trying to do some type of long distance incline walking. It's actually really good too, because on the treadmill what you can do is put it on a really high incline, which is awesome. The boots I got, they're called Merrells, and man, they are comfy as. I've only got them 2 days ago and I've been walking in them. Yesterday I did an hour walk, about an hour and a half actually, and then I walked half an hour in the afternoon on the treadmill, and it was fantastic. Like a really, really comfortable. I could stay in it for ages, and I'm like, this is interesting. So yeah, that is my current fitness goal, and it's a short-term thing because it's coming up soon, and it's really got me motivated. It's really got me energetic. It's really got me focused. And the reason I wanted to tell you about my goals is because we all set out on these goals, right? As in, let's say for you, you want to lose, let's say 60 pounds. You want to lose 60 pounds, right? Now, 60 pounds is going to take a long time to do. It's not going to happen overnight. And when you look at that from a long-term perspective, there's motivation there, but it's like, fuck, like, that's still going to be a long period of time. And that can be very demotivating because you need to have something that you're seeing in the short term. Otherwise, you're going to lose motivation. You're not going to feel good. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to be like, oh wow, I'm not as driven as I would be, because we always get driven more by short-term goals than we do long-term goals. Simply because we're human. Like if you got something in the next 2 weeks, same as like a deadline. If a deadline's coming up in the next 2 weeks, you know you're going to haul ass to hit that deadline, as opposed to if it was 2 months away. You know, the closer it gets, the more you haul ass. And so in knowing that, when it comes to goal setting, that's why you should have long-term goals. Let's say losing the 60 pounds, but then we also want to set those short-term goals. So it's like, okay, you've got the goal of 60 pounds. Now let's break it down. When can we lose 20 pounds? When can we lose 10 pounds? Like, what are you going to do to set your short-term goals that are going to motivate you to move forwards, first of all, and then second of all, that you can actually tick off the list and, celebrate a little bit somehow. And when you have those short-term goals that you can really be hitting hard towards, it can make the process a lot more fun and enjoyable, as opposed to waiting for that big 60-pound number. I mean, you can get up to 40 pounds, which is amazing, and you're like, man, I still just, I just don't have the motivation. I still feel like shit. Like, I still got 20 pounds to go. I feel like I'm not doing good enough. And it's so funny because I have clients who are like, oh my God, I've nearly lost 2 stone. a UK client clearly, and I'm like, okay, so you're telling me you were not happy until you lost 2 stone, even though you've lost 16 kilos. Oh, well, and it's just like, no, like, you've fucking hit a goal really well so far. You've lost 16 kilos. How about we celebrate that? So I want you to think about that. Like, I know long-term goals are very, very important. Smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, all those things. But you've also got to think, what are your short-term goals that are going to motivate you, that are going to move you forwards? So like for me, my long-term goal is to get back down to about 77 kilos. My first goal is to get to 81 kilos. And I'm going to reward myself with a refeed day. No, it's not a cheat day, it's not a cheat meal. A refeed day is having high carbohydrates, extremely low fat. And that's what's going to be. That's going to be my little celebratory thing. And then I'm going to keep moving forward to the next marker, And eventually I'm going to get to 77 kilos, but it's probably not going to happen for the next 4 months, right? And I've just got to keep punching it out day by day. So for you, the question is, what are you going to do to have a short-term goal in regards to your long-term goal? So you can break it up and put it into steps. You can say, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to go off the scale weight. Maybe I'm going to go off the clothes weight. And once I fit into instead of an extra large, once I fit into a large, that's going to be my first goal. Then I'm going to try and fit into a medium. Then I'm going to try, you work your way down and you get more motivated because, Jesus, that is a cat going crazy. The more you, sorry about that, the more you set a short-term goal and the closer it is, or the more intense you've got to work to it. Again, the more intense you're going to work to it, because it's a shorter-term focus. You're going to be more on track. You're going to be more focused because you can see the end goal. You might say, okay, I'm going to lose 10 pounds right now, bang, okay, I'm going to go really, really hard for these 10 pounds. Then you're going to take a week off dieting. Then you're going to go for another 10 pounds. Then you're going to take a week off dieting. Then you go for another 10 pounds. So, that 60 pounds, you've done it in week chunks. In 6 blocks, it may have taken you longer, but you're hitting the goal each time and you're feeling good. Because seeing that end goal, knowing that it's going to be 2 years from now, man, that can be really debilitating, really unmotivating. And just, you could even be like, what's the point? I'm just going to take my time until I get to 18 months out of the 24 months, then for the last 6 months, I'm going hard. Why not set a short-term goal that you can go hard with right now, that you can push yourself, that's going to keep you motivated? I mean, just me even saying that I'm going to do Kokoda and buying boots has got me up at 4. And I'm like, yes, I just need to get into it. I need to go. I need to push myself. And I've just got this little bit of energy. I've got this little bit of excitement about it. So, and I like to be able to push myself. I like to be able to do something that I know is going to have a tangible payoff in the next couple of weeks. And you can do the exact same thing. You've got to find something that's going to, if you're like, okay, this is going to take me 2 months. Great, 2 months, really hard. I'm going to go crazy. Not crazy. I'm going to push myself really hard. I'm going to stick to this diet. I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. After 2 months, boom, I'm having a week off. You chunk it down a little bit more. You set that shorter term goal. You get more motivated by being able to set that short term goal. And that way, once you hit it, you have a quick break, reward yourself, do whatever you got to do. Then you get back on track for your next goal. And when you can do that, I just feel like you will have more excitement towards the goals because it's something you can see in the short term. It's not something you have to wait for the payoff. Because waiting for something for a payoff it's frustrating. It's like, man, I've got to wait this long until I get it. Like, that's going to be a pain in the ass. And so, even though you have all the good intentions, having to wait that long can just be, it's a struggle. It's just like, I'm not seeing the results I want to see. It's still coming so slowly. I'm losing motivation. And you can fall off the bandwagon. And I don't want you to fall off. I want you to keep pushing. I want you to go all the way through. And so if you can break that long-term goal up into short-term goals, set yourself little milestones, whatever they're going to be, whether it be a weight, whether it be a certain amount of time, whatever it's going to be. And you've also got to have an outcome there for when you hit that short-term goal. I wouldn't say if you lose 3 kilos or 6 pounds, whatever it's going to be, then you're going to binge eat yourself. Like, that's just silly. But if you're like, I'm going to treat myself to a massage, or I'm going to take a week off dieting, because you can take a week off and then get back into it, or whatever it's going to be, but have something there that you can set, and that you can have a little achievement, you can have a little win, you can celebrate somehow, and then you can get straight back on track for the next bit. And it's just much more motivating instead of going, okay, I'm not going to treat myself, or I'm not going to reward myself until I hit this 40 pounds, because you are going to be fucking slugging it out day by day. And when you don't have that reward, you can start to resent yourself. You can start to get upset, because remember, you are your own boss. You're the only person who's going to be rewarding yourself or who's going to be punishing yourself. And if you're constantly just like, I'm doing all this hard work and I'm seeing no gratitude towards it, it's like when you do work when you do projects or whatever at work, and if you don't get praise for it, you get resentful to your boss. You're like, I've done all this hard work and you're not saying thank you, you're not doing anything to me, you're not making me feel appreciated. You're going to do worse, you're not going to do as good quality work for that certain manager. And the same thing for yourself. If you're putting in the hours, if you're putting in all that hard time and you're not thanking yourself somehow, you're going to be like, fuck this, I'm not doing this. Like, why should I keep trying to put in week by week, dieting hard, sticking in my calorie deficit, pushing myself in the gym, neglecting going out with friends and family, not eating as much, and I'm not even getting a treat for it. Like, I'm just pushing myself hard for nothing. So find something you can reward yourself with, so you can play that mind game on yourself that, okay, if I work hard for myself, I reward myself. It sounds weird, but you've got to give it a go. And I just realized that is 10 minutes, my friends. That is a quick 10-minute podcast that I thought was one quicker than usual. It's a good topic I wanted to cover. I'm happy that I got to cover it. I'm going to keep doing my walking. And yeah, so like I said, set yourself a long-term goal and a short-term goal. Find something you can reward yourself with so you're constantly motivated. And if you've got any questions about goal setting, make sure to hit me up on Instagram at Tyson the Trainer with 2 R's, and I'll be speaking to you in the next episode. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download with free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.